They say the truth always comes out eventually. What they don't tell you is that sometimes it comes out at 75 miles per hour on a mountain road, wrapped in twisted metal and shattered glass. My name is Claire Chen, and I'm going to tell you about the night a car accident exposed 11 years of lies, and how everyone, from my husband's family to complete strangers, decided that I was the one who needed to be more understanding. This isn't a story about a car crash. It's a story about what happens when you've spent years being the good wife, the understanding partner, the woman who never makes a scene. It's about the moment you realize that being the bigger person often just means making yourself smaller so everyone else can feel comfortable. It's about the phone call at midnight that changed everything, the hospital waiting room where I was expected to forgive the unforgivable, and the choice I made that shocked everyone who thought they knew me. This is the story of how I stopped shrinking myself to fit other people's expectations, and what it cost me, and what I gained. The phone rang at 11:47 p.m. I was already in bed, reading a novel and waiting for Marcus to come home from what he'd said was a late surgery. When I saw unknown number on the screen, my first thought was spam. Mrs. Claire Chen, a professional male voice, official, the kind that makes your stomach drop. Yes. This is Officer Martinez with the state police. Your husband, Marcus Chen, has been involved in a serious motor vehicle accident. He's alive and being transported to County General Hospital. We need you to come to the emergency room as soon as possible. The book fell from my hands. Marcus, accident, alive. My brain couldn't process anything beyond those 3 words. Is he okay? What happened? Where? Ma'am, the doctors will give you more information when you arrive. Please drive safely. The line went dead. I sat there in our bedroom, staring at the phone, my hands shaking uncontrollably. I threw on jeans and a sweater, grabbed my purse, and drove to County General in a blur of panic. Marcus was hurt. My husband needed me. Nothing else mattered. The emergency room was bright and chaotic. A nurse met me at the reception desk before I could even ask. Mrs. Chen, please come with me. Her voice was gentle but professional, and something in her expression made my anxiety spike higher. She led me to a small consultation room instead of to Marcus. Red flag. Your husband has a concussion, 3 broken ribs, and a fractured collarbone. He's stable but unconscious. We're monitoring him, and the doctor will update you shortly. Relief flooded through me. Stable. He was going to be okay. Then she said the words that shattered my world. Mrs. Chen, your husband wasn't alone in the vehicle. There was a female passenger. She was also injured in the crash. A passenger, I repeated stupidly. Who? Her name is Jessica Hartwell. She listed your husband as her emergency contact. The nurse gave me Marcus's belongings in a clear plastic bag. His wallet, his watch, his wedding ring removed for treatment, and his phone. I sat alone in that consultation room and opened his phone. Our anniversary was the password. The bitter irony would hit me later. The messages loaded, months of them, photos I couldn't unsee, hotel receipts, intimate conversations that used words he used to say only to me. Counting down the hours until this weekend, Jessica had written 3 days ago. Finally get you all to myself at Meadowbrook. His response, told Claire I have a conference in Boston. We're free. Can't wait to wake up next to you without sneaking around. The conference I'd helped him pack for, the shirts I'd ironed, the good luck kiss I'd given him that morning. I was still sitting there, staring at 8 months of betrayal on a glowing screen when Marcus's mother arrived. Patricia Chen swept into the consultation room like a force of nature, already talking before she even saw my face. Claire, thank God you're here. Have you seen Marcus yet? The police said it was just an accident. He must have swerved to avoid an animal or something. You know how those mountain roads are. Is he awake? She finally looked at me, really looked, and saw the phone in my hands, the messages on the screen, the tears on my face. Her expression shifted, not to sympathy, to calculation. Oh, she said quietly, you know about the passenger. Not concern. Not surprise, just acknowledgement. "You knew," I whispered. "You knew he was cheating on me." Patricia sat down across from me, smoothing her skirt with practiced precision. "I suspected he was going through something. Men sometimes stray when they're stressed. It doesn't mean anything." Over the next 24 hours, Marcus's entire family descended on County General Hospital like a coordinated military operation. His father arrived from his law office, still in his suit. His 2 sisters drove in from neighboring states. His brother took time off from his corporate job. They set up camp in the waiting room, taking shifts visiting Marcus, who was still unconscious. And they began what I can only describe as a pressure campaign. It started subtly. These things happen in marriages. Marcus is under so much stress at work. You two can work through this with counseling. Think about your future together. Then it escalated. They held what they called a family meeting in the hospital conference room. I walked in thinking they wanted to support me. Instead, they sat me down and explained, very reasonably, very calmly, why I needed to forgive Marcus immediately, publicly, and completely. For the good of his career, for the good of the family reputation, for my own good. The true absurdity of the situation revealed itself on day 3. Jessica Hartwell had woken up. She had a broken arm, severe lacerations, and a concussion. She'd also been fired from her pharmaceutical sales job. The hospital had a strict ethics policy about relationships between medical staff and vendors, which meant she had no job, no income, and medical bills she couldn't pay. Marcus's mother pulled me aside in the hallway with a solution. "If you add Jessica to your insurance as a household dependent, maybe as a temporary caregiver or domestic helper, she could get her medical costs covered. It would only be for a few months, just until she heals." I stared at her. "You want me to commit insurance fraud for my husband's mistress?" "I wouldn't call it fraud," Patricia said carefully. "More like creative paperwork. You'd be helping someone in need. It's the Christian thing to do. It shows you're willing to be the bigger person." There was that phrase again, the bigger person. Everything came to a head in the hospital waiting room on the afternoon of day 3. I'd gone home to shower and change clothes. When I returned, Marcus's entire family was there, along with our pastor, who'd apparently been asked to come provide spiritual guidance. They were waiting for me, an ambush. "Claire, we're concerned about you," Jennifer, Marcus's sister, began in her therapist voice. "You're letting your hurt and anger make decisions you'll regret." "Jessica needs help," his mother added. "She's going to lose everything because of this accident. You have the power to help her, and you're refusing out of spite." The pastor leaned forward. "Claire, forgiveness is at the heart of our faith. What message does it send if you turn your back on someone in need?" A nurse approached with a folder. "Mrs. Chen, your husband is awake and asking for you, and Miss Hartwell would like to speak with you as well." Everyone stared, waiting to see what I'd do. I walked into Marcus's room to find I wasn't the only visitor he'd requested. Jessica Hartwell sat in a wheelchair next to his bed. Her arm was in a cast, her face bruised, but her eyes were clear and angry. Marcus looked panicked when he saw us both. "Jessica," I said to wait. "No," she snapped. "We're doing this now." She turned to me. "Claire, I need you to know something. Marcus told me you two were separated. He said you were staying together for financial reasons, but that the marriage was emotionally over. He said you'd both agreed to see other people quietly until you could divorce without drama." I looked at Marcus. His face had gone pale. "That's what he told you," I said quietly. "For 8 months," Jessica continued, tears streaming down her bruised face. "He said he loved me, that we were building a future together, that this weekend was when he'd finally tell you he wanted out." Marcus started. "Jessica, you're confused." "Don't," she said. "Don't you dare." I stood there watching them. My husband who'd lied to both of us, and the woman who'd believed his lies. Marcus tried damage control. "Claire, please, let me explain. It's not what it sounds like. I was confused. The accident, the medication, I wasn't thinking." "Stop," I said quietly. "Just stop." I turned to Jessica. I'm sorry he lied to you too, but I'm not helping you with your medical bills. You're an adult who made choices. She nodded, wiping her tears. I understand. I'm sorry for my part in this. I looked at Marcus. You'll be served with divorce papers this week. I've already spoken to a lawyer. Don't contact me except through legal representation. Claire, you can't throw away 11 years. You already did that. I'm just making it official. I walked to the door where his family waited in the hallway, expecting me to emerge with forgiveness and grace. Instead, I walked right past them toward the exit. The divorce finalized on a Tuesday in April. 4 months of legal battles, during which Marcus's family continued calling, texting, even showing up at my house to try to convince me to reconsider. I blocked their numbers, changed my locks, moved forward. I got the house, half his retirement accounts, and 3 years of alimony. Marcus's lawyer tried to paint me as vindictive, but my lawyer presented the phone records, the messages, the insurance fraud suggestion. The judge was not sympathetic to Marcus. His family blamed me for ruining his life. His mother sent a final letter saying I destroyed the family and that my inability to forgive showed my true character. I read it once, then put it through the shredder. Jessica's lawsuit against Marcus for emotional distress and fraudulent inducement is still pending. His promotion to department chair was quietly withdrawn after hospital administration learned about the ethics violations. I sleep soundly at night. People still ask me if I regret my decision, if I think I should have tried harder to save my marriage, if I was too harsh, too unforgiving, too unwilling to be the bigger person. Here's what I learned. Being the bigger person often just means making yourself smaller so everyone else can feel comfortable. It means absorbing someone else's bad behavior without consequences. It means prioritizing their reputation over your self-respect. It means teaching people that they can hurt you without losing you. Marcus's family wanted me to be the bigger person because it would have been easier for them. If I'd forgiven him publicly, they wouldn't have had to face the embarrassment of his affair. If I'd helped Jessica with her medical bills, they could have told themselves they raised a son who made a mistake rather than a man who deliberately betrayed his wife for 8 months. My silence would have protected everyone except me. So I chose differently. I chose to be my own person instead of the bigger person. Was it hard? Absolutely. Did I lose people? Yes. His entire family, some mutual friends who thought I was being difficult, even some colleagues who felt uncomfortable with my drama. But I gained something invaluable. I gained myself back. I learned that boundaries aren't cruel, they're essential. That choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's survival. That sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is refuse to shrink. The crash exposed everything, not just Marcus's affair, but years of me accommodating his needs while ignoring my own. Years of being told that my feelings were less important than keeping the peace. Years of learning to be small and agreeable and understanding. Everyone expected me to be the bigger person. Instead, I became a whole person. And I've never looked back.